We welcome everybody back in to another edition of Generational Sports. I see. I'm Anthony, your host. Right, right. This guy to my right, I don't even know who he is. I'm not sure. I'm not. I mean, we're looking at a no bearded Josh.
And
I
to be honest, I don't know if it's gonna ever go back to the full length. Because I wanted to fill in a little bit more, so I think there'll definitely be some type of beard, just maybe not the full length for a while until it fills in a little bit nicer.
no, Josh. Why don't you grow out a goatee like me? We'll match for one of the shows.
I actually, when I shaved it, I tried out like a bunch of different ones just to see how it looked, and I did try the goatee, and the
I
goatee's
think I'm
not.
gonna I think I'm gonna go clean shaven pretty soon.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna try it out. See how I look.
I
I've
had the
been rocking
beard. I
I've been
haven't
rocking the
shaved it.
goatee for like a year.
I haven't had a fully clean shaven face in like over 2 years, I'd say. Like I've had
Oh,
I've had the
rock
beard
his
for the whole
ass?
time. Not because that doesn't grow in that well either. That's the problem. But yeah, it was weird because I kind of forgot what my face looked like. It was just weird. And
You
Bud
know,
got
I haven't
excited too.
I haven't been baby faced since like me and you made that bet like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like I like the goatee. Don't get me wrong. But like I've also always in my entire life wanted a real beard, and I can't grow one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I might maybe when I get back from my trip from Carolina or to Carolina, I should say. Maybe I'll go babyface assassin.
I'll try out the stash. I don't know. I just don't see
See,
it.
because all of high school I rock stash only.
Really. I've never done step. Well, actually, I started growing facial hair like in seventh grade, and it was just the mustache. So
That's crazy.
that's what I had all the way like up until high school. Then I just went clean shaven until it started being a fuller beard. My brother could grow a full beard in eighth grade. He's got a nice beard too. It's crazy. He got the good
Yeah, my
genes.
oldest brother can grow a beard. My middle brother, kind of patchy, and then there's me, who's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
I
Lucky
thought it'd be
bastard.
filled in a little bit more by now. I mean, like it's been a 5 o'clock shadow, not even. And I shaved it on I think
Oh,
Wednesday or
Josh,
Thursday.
we're gonna have to pause here for a second because we got Lily in the color cast comments right now. By the way, Lily, congratulations! I saw your Twitter. Graduated college. A nice
Hey,
little round of
congrats.
applause. Congrats.
Clayton, did you graduate too? I don't know if Clayton did.
Me? Oh no, Clayton.
No, Clayton.
I'm almost done. I got one semester left. Then I'm
Mm.
out of there. But Lily said guys were not allowed to grow facial hair in my high school.
What? Is that even legal?
I was about to say, what kind of high school we going to? Was this what kind of establishment was this? I don't think
Do
I
they
had
wear uniforms there? Because I
private
feel like,
school. See,
yeah,
see.
that makes sense. Then they got crazy rules for stuff like that.
I don't really. That was the other thing too. I feel like I see a lot of things that like people complain about in schools that like I don't think I ever experienced. Like a lot, like mostly girls, because obviously they get in trouble for like the clothing and stuff like that. Obviously, we don't really experience that too much. But like even the girls in my high school, I don't really ever remember any of them complaining about like the spaghetti straps or like the.
They were big at our school about
Oh
that.
yeah,
But yeah, they didn't let shit fly for the girls because there were some weirdo dudes in our school. So I didn't have a problem with them making sure
there
it
was
was
a
justified.
community razor. See, now
That is no, that
nah,
is
see, now
no.
I don't know how I feel about that because I know guys. I know one of them did something
Yeah, no,
crazy with that
I
razor.
don't trust that.
I don't trust
I
no
do not
community
trust
razor. No, yeah, but I don't think like nah. You know what's funny though? I will say there's only one time I remember a girl getting in trouble for what she was wearing, and we'll say that she was well endowed in the in the Derriere region. You know what I mean? A little,
that.
hey,
Gotta be there.
I'm just you know she was doing all right, and she was a very big fan of pulling her leggings all the way up, and I just mean
Really?
just basically wearing them at her shoulder blades.
Damn.
And one of the teachers pulled her into the hallway. I was like, bro, what are we?
Yeah, come on. You can't be. That's just
See,
no go.
Fine with me. I sat with her at lunch, so I was, middle school me was big chilling. But I mean, yeah, it was, yeah. Anyway, we had a no shave March fundraiser, and it was so bad. We also weren't allowed to cut off pants at the ankle. So I would never survive in a private school, bro. Never.
No, I know the dudes on that wrestling team,
Bro,
man. I would not.
A community
I would
raiser
not be a part of that.
That's dirty.
Yeah, no.
Like my track team gave me out these tiny shorts to wear during a meet, and I ran to my car to get some water, and the yard duty gave me detention, said Christian.
I always had to wear the long, like, compression pants in track. I was not messing with the short shorts. I got thick thighs, man. I can't those shorts.
Okay, Josh.
Yeah, no, I'm thick. Like, those shorts were not comfortable, bro. I mean,
yeah, okay.
That's just the truth.
Too much ass, I guess Christian said. It wasn't that bad. Uniforms made life easier. See, that's what I don't really care about. But like I don't know. I'm not a big rules guy. But we could wear spandex for track as long as they had our logo.
Uniforms in school would have been great for me because I did not care.
See, I basically had a uniform though. Listen, when you're fat, you wear a lot of black and a lot of sweatshirts. So I'm telling you, during the winter, I was pulling up in my Young and Reckless sweatshirt and a pair of sweatpants every single day.
It was hoodie and sweatpants, t-shirt and shorts, same rotation, basically year round.
And then summer, I'm pulling up in a short sleeve and some athletic shorts.
And we got a lot of free clothes too from like just football and stuff like that. And that's all I'd wear, dude. If it was free, I'm not buying any new clothes or anything.
No, I usually did that. I usually bought new clothes, like new shirts at the beginning of the year. And then, maybe like once towards the end too, to like change it up again. But yeah, I always remember. See, before I started going to like the Young and Reckless and all that, I always remember me and both my brothers and my mom every year before school started, go to the mall, Hollister and American Eagle. We were there. Hollister and American Eagle. Oh yeah. Josh, them free football clothes will last you a decade plus.
Yeah, I still got them, bro. I still got them.
Navy blue pants and khakis, navy blue hunter green and white polos, short and long sleeve. All just had to have our logo. Also, we did not have a wrestling team.
I still got youth football clothes. I still got it.
Did your school have all sports?
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
See, we had everything too. Like we had technically we didn't have did you have like men's volleyball?
No.
Yeah, we didn't either. I just want to see
that we were like right before when like men's volleyball started.
We had the girls volleyball, softball, baseball, football. Obviously the track and field, wrestling,
cross country.
Yeah. We also had a swim team.
Yeah, we did too.
Which doesn't make sense to me because our school didn't have a pool.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't either. We didn't have a pool either. They go to the local college to go swim.
So it don't make sense to me. In a pinch, our cheerleading team could sub in a D&O line. That's all I'll say.
That's impressive because most of my shirts, except for the ones I got from probably senior and junior year, those are in good shape. But the ones that went through practice a couple times, went through just other stuff, no, they're in pretty bad shape. The neckline, that thing is stretched out, but they're more of
RIP to the college. Nah, Christian, I can't let you get away with that comment. Shut down. This man really said in our pinch, our cheer team could sub in at D&O line. That's all I'll say. That's crazy.
Damn, no,
that's crazy.
That is crazy. I don't think
my cheer team was not bad.
Ours were it was.
See, I feel weird saying this because I'm talking about high school and I'm 22 now.
Right, but you were not thinking
I'm talking about my high school experience.
Yeah, not current high schoolers. People we went
to high school. So Don't be wild
Unplug.
out here, people. Listen, Josh, we're 10 minutes into the show. I haven't even asked you the most important question.
I promise you, this 10 minutes was better than last week's first 10 minutes, which was half the show.
Josh
by the
did
way.
do the show by himself last week.
And I hate it.
My power was hitting the diddy bop. Well, actually, not my power. My Wi-Fi had a big old thunderstorm, which, by the way, terrible timing because I also had to write my 3,500 word final. And not having Wi-Fi for the first 3 hours I was home, definitely not fun because I'm not writing it on my phone, not doing it. I did end up staying up until 4 a.m. to finish it. Can confirm. Don't know my grade on it yet, but we'll be all right. But Josh, my most important question is, how you doing there, bud? You all right?
I'm doing good. It's Bug's actually loving the shaved face because normally if he tried to lick my face, he would never go near my chin because it was just covered in hair, and now he's just all excited. But I was still like, bro, calm down. But yeah, I've been good. How are you, Connie?
It was a productive day, bro. I woke up. I shouldn't say productive. Let me not say productive. That would mean I actually did something. But woke up late to see. That's wild.
Yeah, Connie can't even do college. I can't imagine how he feels about guys involved in high school.
Nah, bro. If you still care about your high school sports and you that old, listen, we're gonna have to sit down and have a talk because that might be a problem. Anyway, woke up, like 11. Felt good. I haven't been able to sleep in God knows how long. Because usually I got work or I've been in school, right? So I slept in. Slept in today. Then, it's my boy's last day here because he's going to Illinois or something for
Illinois is a great state.
Heard it's pretty mid, honestly.
No, it is. It sucks.
He got an internship at some golf course that he's doing and things like that. But so we were all supposed to hang out. We were like, yo, what do you guys want to do? I said, it was a nice day here. It was 70, a nice little breeze, literally a perfect day for me because I hate being hot. Us big boys would know. So I was like, yo, let's play some wiffle ball, bro.
Hey.
I had the squad come over, me, 4 of my boys, played a little wiffle ball. Yeah.
I'm trash at wiffle ball.
I hit a couple dingers, not going to lie. We put the slipper towards the we had the pitching mound. Well, listen, this is what we came up with. Did Aaron Judge just hit another home run because he's the best player in baseball? Yes, he did. He did. He's literally the best player in baseball. But with that being said, this was the setup. Ready? We had so it was a 2v2 at the start. Then another one of my friends came, but we had the pitching mound with one slipper, right? Anything you hit in front of the pitcher, automatic out. Obviously, and then we put a slipper towards, I have my yard got a little hill in it. So we put the slipper at the top of the hill. Anything past the hill, home run. And then obviously you catch anything in the air, out. Played like that. I think we ended up winning 10-8 in played all 9 innings too. Which we
there are a lot of baseball fields, public baseball fields you can go to where I'm at. So normally you don't even have to obviously if you're at a friend's house and you're you just want to play right then and there, you just set it up in the backyard. But
yeah, we could have. I mean, the Little League for me is literally 5 minutes away. So we could have done that.
Right.
And then obviously, so we got the Little League field, and then obviously my high school has 2 baseball fields now because we had one and then we built a new one, but obviously they still use the old one too. So we got 2 baseball fields there, softball field. So yeah, we could have done that, but play in the yard like the good old days.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been a while. 15 minutes almost. Haven't talked about anything that we were supposed to talk about yet. But listen, you know whose show this is? Ours. So it doesn't matter. All them tax dollars, and you only got 2 fields, bro. How many do we need? We got 1 high school here, bro. What do we need?
Well, at a rec center, that's where Little League will, we got at our rec center. I think we got 2 or 3 of them there, and then obviously the high school field. Actually, there's 2 at our high school, I think. So
we have the Walk Hill Little League fields, which is there's the T-ball field, the major field, and then there's the like major field. And then there's also a softball field. And then my high school has the 2 fields. And then yeah, that's it. He said freshman JV varsity plus softball. Yeah, the freshmen play. Actually, no, JV plays. I think JV plays at my high school. I think they used to play at the Little League fields. Now they play at the high school, I'm pretty sure. And then obviously varsity plays on the new field.
Yeah, see, I thought I was underselling it, but I could only think of where 2 of them at. But see, we got 6 just at our rec center.
That's a very interesting development. I mean, I don't know what you need 6
The rec used to be the hangout, bro. They got like 3 basketball courts, a couple volleyball courts. That's where everybody used to go.
Yeah, we don't have a rec center. I mean, we have. Yeah, no.
But there's nothing to do in this town, so going to a basketball court and just hanging out.
Like when we play basketball, we usually go to this place called Gear Up. This is like an indoor sports thing, sort of. Like they have a turf field in there. They have batting cages and they have a basketball court. So we either go there, we go to the middle school, or there's like an outdoor court like a couple, like 20 minutes away that we usually go to. But I don't know. All I know is there was an open field to get my fat ass ran in for doing some dumb shit. I mean, yeah. There's a lot of laps at the high school because that's where I played. See, and then yeah, at the high school, technically, we have 2 football fields. Technically,
ours is kind of like that too.
One's only used though.
We have our game field and then our practice field. But the practice field is so bad.
See, the practice field is what I played on, like in Mighty Mites and all that.
They don't take care of it, so like halfway through like training camp over the summer, it's just hard dirt, bro, and it's the worst. The worst.
Yeah. I work basically at the rec center here. I work right now. I haven't done anything all day. Sweet gig, kind of. I mean, hey.
That always looked like a nice job to do. You just sit at a desk. People come in.
I think you should go work there.
Nah, I don't think that. I mean, I don't even know. I don't think I can.
Why not?
Actually, it is open now. I don't know. I might. Honestly, sounds like a nice gig.
All right, let's get into everything that we are supposed to get into 20 minutes later. Volkov, Rosenstrike, right?
Yep.
I didn't even know that this was a card, low key. Why do I?
Well, I didn't either. It wasn't on there, and the card's not even filled out. These are the only 2 people on the fight card right now.
Wait, when is this?
This weekend, I believe. Well, actually, I don't know if it's this weekend.
Isn't there a what's the pay-per-view coming up? What is it?
Glover Teixeira versus whoever. He's defending the belt. I don't remember.
Yeah, but isn't there another? Oh yeah, isn't who's the women's champion? Valentina, isn't she fighting on that card too?
Yeah, I believe she is too.
Yeah, I didn't even know that this was a thing. Is this a fight night?
Yeah, fight night. Yeah, I believe it says I don't know how many months are in May. It's June 4th, I think.
How many months are in May? Just one.
Yeah. Oh, well then how many weeks and days?
May, I believe. Yeah, because April has 30, so this gotta have 31.
Well, it's June 4th, so I don't think that could be this weekend. But I don't know how it's June 4th, because that's not a Saturday, is it? It doesn't feel like it's going to be a Saturday.
Josh, what we're gonna do? We're gonna look at the calendar right now. Pull it up on the laptop. June 4th is a Saturday. I can confirm.
Okay, so then that means it's next weekend, right? Am I crazy? I'm bad at math and days.
Yeah, it is next weekend. You're right.
Okay, so I just saw that it popped up. I didn't know this was happening, but there's no fight this weekend then, I guess. Last weekend was Holly Holm, I believe, on Saturday.
Yeah, which, by the way, bullshit. She won.
I didn't watch it.
I think she won. She had which, by the way, something I hate, but, the judges love. She had 10 minutes of cage control. Definitely landed some good strikes. She somehow lost in a split decision, I think. I think it was a split decision. I disagree.
Tough. We could save Volkov and Rosenstruck if you want to save Volkov and Rosenstruck for next week.
Yeah, we'll save it for next week because let's see if the card fills out a little bit more.
Yeah,
we actually even realize.
I wonder why they just randomly Because usually they have these fight nights planned out. Like they have a lot of
Yeah.
events in the future planned out already. So I wonder what made them like, okay, let's just throw this in here.
So we'll move on to the NBA then. We'll come back. We'll loop back around next week to the UFC. But Josh, our boys, our guys, the Thunder landed the number 2 pick. They also get the number 12 pick, and they get picks 30 and 34. You know, we got our 17 first round picks over the next 5 years or something like that. Josh, this might sound weird because the whole year people were saying he was the number 1 pick. I hope Chet goes number 1 so we don't pick him.
I'm off the Chet train too.
Right. See, listen, I don't watch college sports. So this was all just in my head. Never a Chet guy.
I think Chet's very good. I would not be mad if we got him. But for me personally, I think the idea of Jabari Smith, I think that's who I really want us to get. Is Jabari. He shot 46% from 3 as a freshman. I just imagining Gideon Shea getting him the ball on wide open threes just sounds amazing. And at 12, I mean, having 30 and 34, 30's at the end of the round. We had the 4th pick in the 2nd round. I could see Sam Presti trying to move back up into the top 10, use that 12th pick and get back up there and get a guy like Shadion Sharp or someone. But if we stay at 12, I love the couple centers that are there, Mark Williams and Jalen Duren out of Memphis, because Jalen Duren came on the scene because there was a player at Memphis that was supposed to be very good. He kind of fell off, but he was like 17 when he was there. But no, not on the Paolo chain. Paolo's probably my 2nd pick if we don't take Jabari. I just feel like Jabari fits us more. Love Paolo, though. I would not mind him. I'd want it to go like top 3 options, Jabari, Paolo, and Chet. Those are definitely going to be the first 3 picks in the draft. But the Chet thing, I don't know. You're either getting like an all-time, once-in-a-lifetime player, or he's not going to be able to hang with the big guys.
See, Christian says in the chat, why the Chet hate?
It's not hate. It's just I feel like the other guys, they just need to get in the league. They already have a very good base to start with. Chet, he's got all the potential in the world, but I don't know. It's just such a risk. I feel like it's just such a risk.
Here's my thing, right?
And we already got Poku. We're working on the Poku experiment. That's not going well with the skinny guy who's tall and can ball handle.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not working out well.
Somebody that tall and skinny has worked out in the NBA how many times, Josh? Probably 1. And that would be KD.
Yeah.
And what position is KD? He ain't no center, I'll tell you that. Because if you put him up against the center, you know.
No, Clayton, you simplified it too much. I said we've already tried the experiment with the tall guy, skinny guy who can handle and shoot. Obviously, Chet is already a much better player than Poku. He's a better prospect than Poku. I'm not hating on Chet. I think he's going to be a fine player. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what the Magic do with, Wendell Carter, Mo Bamba, and Chet.
Well, they said that Mo Bamba is probably not coming back.
Right, but I mean, I don't know what they're going to do.
So then they draft Chet to replace Mo Bamba. Thunder sign Mo Bamba. We're good.
We got to do something at center. That's why I really like Mark Williams or Jalen Duren. I really like them at 12. But, yeah, I mean, I love all the top 3 picks, though. I'm so glad we landed in number 2. I feel bad for Portland fans. They fell back to 7. The Kings jumped up to 4. Good for them. Pistons, I think, might have fallen a little bit. But us landing number 2 is beautiful because, I mean, I don't mind Paolo.
Christian, you're smoking moon rocks right now, bro. This man said KD, Yao, Larry were all slender built coming out the draft. Bosh 2 and Luka.
Yeah, I mean not Luka, but all the other guys. Well, Luka was kind of skinny his last couple of years overseas, but yeah, I think Yao. But Yao's different, man. Yao was a classic big man during a classic big man time period.
And I also feel like Yao got a little bigger.
Over his career he did, but when he first came in, he was a twig too. And I think Chet, like just looking at his body type, I think it might be tough for him to put on muscle. But I think people said the same thing about Giannis, which is, I mean, Giannis took years to put on all that muscle, and it obviously paid off for him. But I think they're just different play styles. I don't know. Chet, I think Chet's going to be a fine player. I just don't know if OKC is necessarily the spot for him. I think he needs a traditional big man. I think it could work in Orlando with Wendell down there. He doesn't have to, have the grunt of guarding guys like Joel every night. So I think he belongs somewhere like Orlando. I love him in Houston too. Like if Orlando goes Paolo or Jabari, and then we go whoever of those two are left, put him over there with Şengün, who used to be a Thunder for about 35 seconds before he traded the pick. But yeah, I don't know. I like Jabari Smith a lot.
I think I like Jabari too.
I
Just
like him a lot.
based off of what I heard during the
Paolo,
lottery of what they were
Paolo's a
talking
very interesting prospect because he's got all the talent in the world. Duke didn't use him the way everyone kind of expected. The ball didn't really go through him. The offense didn't really go through him. And when it did, it worked, and then they'd go away from it. So it was like, why are they going away from it? He's killing everybody. But I don't know. I'm happy with Jabari or Paolo. I think a 4 is what we need. I think we can get a free agent. Like you said, Mo Bamba, if he's in free agency, Thunder pick him up. That's beautiful. If we draft Mark Williams or Jalen Duren, I love that too. But I think we go with someone who can knock down threes for us.
He swears 7 pounds a game. That worried me a bit.
Probably sweats.
Sweats. Okay, there we go, Michael.
I got you, Michael. I know what you mean.
Translator. Well, we'll find out. When is the draft? Next month, I believe. Right?
I believe so. This is one of the most unpredictable drafts. Last year, you knew it was going to be, Jalen Green and Cade going, 1 and 2. Flip those. I don't know why I went Jalen Green first, but this draft, there's 3 guys who can go 1, and after that, no guarantee it's going to be Ivy or Shadion or Kenneth Murray. So many guys that can hop up and jump up draft boards. It's going to be fun to see.
We will find out what happens next month at the draft. Maybe it'll be interesting. Maybe there's some shockers. We'll find out. You never know. We move on. Heat take a 2-1 lead over the Celtics. Josh says, is this the most confusing series of all time? Josh, explain yourself. Why do you think it's so confusing?
When you look at game 1, the Celtics were leading by, I think, around 12 at halftime. Heat come out and blitz them like 39-11 in the third, wind up blowing them out. Game 2, Marcus Smart's back. The Celtics wind up blowing them out. And then in this game 3, it was kind of just the opposite again, except the Heat did it in a different way. Bam looked like
was on one.
He was running that offense beautifully. No one could stop him. And that's kind of what happens when Robert Williams goes out. Al Horford can hold his own, but Bam has the ability to handle the ball from the perimeter, get to his spots. He was knocking down his jumpers, doing great with dribble handoffs. But it's just so confusing because, like, you see what the Celtics did in the first half of game 1. Heat shut that down in the third quarter. And then the Celtics just owned the entire game in game 2. And then in this game, they were down by like 30-something, I think, at one point, then came back. And they turned the ball over. What was it, 19 turnovers?
I thought it was more than that. I thought it was like in the 20s.
I know Bam, Lowry, and someone else each had 4 steals each, and a couple guys had 2. It was so many turnovers. They were just throwing the ball away. And they had a chance to win it late. But Max Strus, former Celtic, just knocking down shots was beautiful. And honestly, I got robbed too. I had a same game parlay. I got absolutely robbed. I had Strus, Smart, Big Al, a couple other things. And my last pick was Jimmy, 20-plus points.
Oh.
Goes out at halftime. I was so mad. It was tough. But this series is just kind of crazy. It's wild. Yeah,
you're right. It has felt like this all playoffs, honestly. And I think, just hearing like, excuse me, people talking about the series, all the talking heads and stuff. It really is the defense too, though. Like, because both of these teams are obviously very good defensively. I think the Celtics were like the number 1 team in the NBA during the regular season on defensive efficiency and things of that nature. So I feel like it's confusing, but it's not because the defense is so good that both teams are going to go on runs like this. Like, you feel comfortable because you're up 30 because maybe the defense was a tick off in that first half. And all of a sudden, the second half, the Heat can come out and then they can lock up, and then maybe your defense isn't as good. And I mean, I think I heard Michael Wilbon say this as well, that like over the last couple years or however many years that Jimmy Butler has 0 40-point games in the regular season. 0. I think he has 5 in the playoffs in the last 2 years.
Yeah, Jimmy's different in the playoffs.
And listen, they also mentioned this too. You have to win a playoff game to win for your life to be spared. Shout out Max Kellerman. The aliens are pointing the death beam at us, or just you at this example. Jimmy Butler got to be in your top 5. I'm sorry.
Am
I wrong?
Just playoffs, like now, playoffs,
playoff game. You got to win.
Like in the league right now.
Yeah, no, yeah, in the league right now, not all time. All time. I mean, that.
So like obviously, KD, Giannis up there, Luka up there, Steph probably still up there,
but like
LeBron probably still up there.
Man can get a stop.
I think Jimmy's probably top 5. I'd probably take Steph or LeBron out of there.
I would
Jimmy,
take
because playoff Jimmy is insane. He brought back the mid-range jumper too. It's beautiful to see. Beautiful. Yeah, no, I think Jimmy belongs in that top 5.
Like a top 5 right now. If I had to win a playoff game, I would go Giannis 1 because he's nobody can match up with him.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably go with KD because he can get me 40 with his eyes closed sometimes.
Luka 3. Luka probably 3, I think, for me.
I mean, yeah, Luka. I don't know though, because I don't know. I think I would put. I'm gonna be real. I think I put Jimmy 3. I could
see that. I'd probably put Luka 3, Jimmy 4.
Well, listen, Christian, we both just agreed LeBron's on the list. He just wasn't,
I think LeBron's probably 5 right now. Obviously, LeBron comes back in the playoffs next year. We see him bounce back. Then he's going to be number 1 for me. But just right now, off the performance, what these guys have done since LeBron has had his injuries lately and AD's been out, what Luka, Giannis, Jimmy, I mean, what they've been doing in the playoffs, KD too. Yeah, I think those guys got to be in the top 5.
Christian, you're once again smoking moon rocks. KD choking the chip last season. This man is the only reason that series went 7 against the Bucks. And this man's shoe is a half size smaller. They're in the finals. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't think I would call that quite a choke. Like, I don't think the same way Luka's not choking this series away from the Warriors. It's just they're the only thing really positive about their teams, like KD was last year. But they got.
LeBron didn't have this problem in the East because it was trash during that time.
Man, there were some good teams. I'm tired of hearing that. Was it the best teams in the league? No, but there were some very good teams.
Is the East better right now?
Obviously, it's better right now, but
it
wasn't like they weren't playing the worst teams in the league. I mean, they rarely had the number 1 seed. Like, they were going up against some good put-together squads. No superstars, but good put-together squads.
Lily said, speaking of which, Dwayne Wade was the commencement speaker at Marquette. Very jealous of my friends over the weekend. Oh, damn. I wish New Paltz would, give me a cool commencement speaker. Because apparently, Janice from The Sopranos, Tony's sister, went to New Paltz, which is my college, my alma mater. Also, speaking of basketball, Jim Dolan graduated from New Paltz. That's right. Jim Dolan, Mr. Owner of the New York Knicks. So, Jim, if you're listening to the show, I'm just saying, you own MSG. I could use a job, maybe a little announcing here and there, a little on the mic.
You know what job I've always wanted to do?
I applied 3 different new sports anchor spots, just in random places. I'm not going to get any of them, but I mean, hey, you shoot your shot, right?
That's what I've been doing too. Just jobs of I do not have the required experience for this, but you know what?
See, all mine were entry level, so there's, I guess, a possibility.
Right.
But I highly doubt it's gonna happen. But it's all right. Yeah. Kanye has been a commencement speaker at my school. Oh, also, it's the playoffs. Brian is irrelevant right now. Why are we talking about him? Lily, I like that. Why are we talking?
There's not very often times in the world where LeBron is not relevant.
I mean, hey, all I'm saying is the ratings are up. In the playoffs, LeBron's not there.
Yeah, and it's crazy for that because it's a bunch of blowouts. So I think that's bullshit.
I don't think so.
I'm not buying it. You tell me 16 million people sat through the Suns down by 40 at half. I'm not buying it.
I mean, hey, we're It's the LeBron fatigue, man. Nobody wants to see it anymore. How do you
I
think
don't
I
doubt that.
feel?
I don't doubt that.
How do you think I feel having a BFA applying to sports broadcasting media positions? It's a tough life out here, Lily. We'll get through it. We'll get through it though. Me and you gonna run. Lily, let's start a show, our own show, and then bam, we'll just start our own network. Everything ground up. I know how to do the behind the scenes stuff and all that too. Being the, oh yeah, I've got a painting degree. Hey, listen, all right? Fine. Ready? Look, I'll set up all the studio stuff. You make the background of our shows look cool. Bam, famous.
Boom.
Famous. I'm telling you. Anyway, we'll move. Oh, no, we're not moving on. We still got another. You got another point here. Game 4, which is tonight, by the way. Well, we're still in Boston, if I'm not mistaken. I saw that Tyler Hero was out for the game, but I've also seen Robert Williams and I believe Marcus Smart are questionable.
I didn't see Marcus Smart's update, but they said that Robert Williams is leaning towards playing. But even then, just the amount of guys who are just banged up, like 4 of the Heat's 5 starters, everyone but Bam has left the game or has been questionable at some point in the series.
Jimmy is expected to play.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're all expected to play. PJ's going to play because he's a beast. He's just going to go ahead and play. Strus was
I
hurt.
never understood how anybody has ever let him shoot a corner 3.
Yeah, and he's very good at just his timing of getting there. Like he doesn't just stand in the corner, but like he'll dribble drive, kick it to someone, and then just like sprint to the corner, and it'll just be there for him. Like he's really nice off the ball, and with the ball, he's even better.
Like I would let that man be anywhere but the corner.
He only has 2 shots. He's got a little floater right by the rim and a corner 3. That's all he does.
Like, I don't know. Was it he was on the Bucks last year, right?
He got a ring.
Didn't he average like 2 points in that series?
Something like that.
Like shit is out of pocket, bro. I could have done that.
Nah, PJ's different, bro. PJ's
Nah,
different.
yeah, that defense is valid.
Yeah.
Nah, you know who I really want to be? Who's the dude on the Heat that has never done
Udonis Haslem.
Udonis Haslem, bro.
The best, man. Love UD. He's like, but I think Nick Collison is my favorite player in that position where they're just always on the team because they're a legend there and the team just loves them. Nick Collison was like that for the Thunder. Love that, man. He's the reason we got number 2 pick. He was our good luck.
What did the Presti say? He was like, I'm about to give him a statue, just not of him playing.
Yeah, it's of him getting the pick.
The disrespect. Listen, all that being said, I think the Celtics take this. I think it goes back to Miami 2-2. I'm going with like a 8-point win.
I don't know, because last week on the show when I gave my series prediction, I said to go 7, and I'm taking Miami in 7. But I'm really starting to feel like Boston's not going to win another game.
Really?
I don't know. They looked so bad last game, but like I said, this series is just so confusing. So I'm going to take Miami. I think they're going to steal a game on the road. I think they probably go up 3-1, and then Boston steals the last home game. Or not the last home game, I don't think, right? No, not the last home game. But I don't know. I'll go with Miami, and then Miami to win it out. I think they win tonight, go back home, and win.
I don't know. I'm feeling a 108-100 victory. That's what I'm feeling.
I'm bad at predicting things. Like I either jinx it or I'm just dead wrong. Just bad at it.
Lily said our school is no joke because you have to be a creative and an artist 100% of the time and scholar and academic 100% of the time. Yeah, I'm good.
I was in art class in high school for like 3 minutes.
Bro, me and art have never been a thing. Not one time have I ever.
I was in there for 3 minutes, saw who the teacher was, saw the people in the class, went to guidance counselor, was like, yeah, get me out of there. I do not
They
want to
always
be
try
there.
to put me in some type of art class in high school, and I was like, bro, stop.
Yeah.
Like, please, I'm begging you.
It was an easy class, but I
can't draw.
Yeah, I suck at drawing.
I can't form things with clay. I can't paint.
I actually took an art class in college.
Did you?
Yeah, and I was paid. Man, it was tough, and the teacher was an asshole. He thought we were all supposed to be gods at painting. I'm like, dude, it's just a credit. Like, I just want the credit. I don't care how good it looks.
Had to learn how to use woodshop, 3D printer, sewing machines, film, sound, VR, lighting, camera equipment, plaster, you name it. Yeah, I'm good. That's not me. That is definitely not me. I wish it could be. I wish I could draw or do anything. But
I know. I wish I had one of those like cool skills, like just one of those things where it's like, wow, you can do that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I have any cool skill.
Like if I could sing, bro, I would never stop singing.
Bro, if I could sing,
I would sing everywhere I go.
Like, I don't know if I've ever told you this. What am I don't even consider it a guilty pleasure. Don't even consider it. I will sit here and listen to Billie Eilish all night. I really will.
Oh, I appreciate beautiful voices.
Absolute goat. Love her.
Oh yeah.
Robbie watching her videos all the time just to watch her sing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine just naturally being that good at singing.
The open mics of people like just to have good voices, man. The best.
I'd be in my car like this. I'm like, damn, bro.
Got to turn it up loud enough so I can't really hear myself.
I don't really sing though because I be listening to like rap and all that shit. But like when I be listening to Billie and I'm singing her stuff, I'm like, I'm not doing it right, Billie. I'm not doing it.
You apologize to her just because
I watch her video. I watch her videos only just to watch her sing. Sure, listen, Lil, I don't know what kind of weird
thing implying there.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of weird thing you're implying. But one of my favorite videos actually is her. What's that rap? Is it Rap Genius? Where like they do the videos of like the person explaining their lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's them. One of my favorite videos is her singing I don't want to be what is it? I don't want to be you anymore. Right? I think so. I don't know. Whatever. Billie Eilish goated. Trying to go to one of her concerts. Nobody will go with me.
I've only been to one concert.
I've never been to a concert, not one time.
It was free tickets and it was Nelly, and he didn't even show up.
Now, how do you go to a Nelly concert where Nelly doesn't show up?
We were there, and then apparently he got pulled over or something. So he just never showed up, and the DJ just played all night. And I was like, I want to leave. Like, where's Nelly? This is not fun.
That's kind of out of pocket.
Yeah.
Kind of out of pocket.
Free tickets, though.
I mean, valid. Definitely valid. Let's see. We move on. Warriors, like the title of this episode, take a commanding 3-0 lead over the Mavs. Willie keeps talking about art school, and it is intriguing, though. Said again, for anyone wondering, art class isn't just only art classes, it's liberal arts curriculum. One day I figure drawing working with naked models, and the next day I'm in a climate science class with the scientists who worked with NASA. So I feel like I couldn't comprehend all that.
Yeah.
Listen, digital media production is my major. I have a minor in journalism. So I'll tell you what happens. One class, I'm filming something. The next class, I'm editing something. Another class, I'm learning how to write a news article. Listen, it's straight up and down here. We got no, we got nothing different. I'm taking a podcasting class next semester, actually. Because
Sabonis is the franchise and De'Aaron. But I don't even know who is on the market really to get that. But I don't even think if they pick up, like if they somehow land a Donovan Mitchell or someone, I don't even think that makes them a contender. They need a lot more than that. That's very interesting. And they're not too bad at drafting, honestly. Obviously, they've missed on Marvin Bagley, but they hit on De'Aaron. They've hit on guys in the past. Boogie Cousins, Halliburton.
True.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of teams that are way worse at draft. Knicks are very bad at drafting.
We know.
But I don't like that at all. I think they keep that pick.
A team that has number 4 is not ready to win a ring, just build talent. You're not wrong.
Yeah. I think they're very confusing. Why you get rid of Halliburton for Sabonis when you don't have really the tools to win now with Sabonis?
Very interesting. It's a bold strat, some would say, honestly.
Yeah, definitely that.
But like I said, the Warriors take a 3-0 lead over the Mavs. Basically, if we're being real here, series is over. So we're basically talking about the offseason for the Mavs right now because they got to retool in this offseason to get to the finals. And honestly, Josh, I don't really know how they do it. I don't know what their money situation is looking like. I don't know. Obviously, they're going to have a later pick in the draft. So it's not like they have some high pick that they're all of a sudden going to plug in.
Well, I'm not sure if they even have their pick because the reason they got Luka was the Trae Young trade, right? And are those picks still carrying over, or are those?
Josh, I'd love to tell you I actually know the answer to that question, but I certainly don't.
Well, either way, I think there's one.
You know what, Josh? Hold on. You bring up a point that I keep seeing on Twitter, and I disagree with. Everybody keeps saying that the Luka Trae Young trade is like the fairest trade in NBA history. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm sorry. You're telling me.
Obviously, you'd rather have Luka, but normally trades like that where one player turns into an absolute star, the other one doesn't turn into it. Trae Young is a very, very good player too.
But it's still not fair though.
And they got picks out of it too. I agree. I think the Mavs won the trade. I don't think there's ever gonna be a trade where you're like, yeah, both teams won. Like, no, one player is better than the other. So I think the Mavs easily win that trade, but I wouldn't say the Hawks lost it. They just didn't get Luka.
Which is an L.
Yeah, but it's hard to call that a loss with Trae Young. And I think that pick might have turned into DeAndre Hunter, I think, or Nyeku and Kanku, which are two very good players too. I don't know which one it was though. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't get why people are still talking about it. Obviously, Luka's a better player. Mavs made the right trade. So it's kind of a pointless argument because it's just kind of pointless. But for the Mavericks, I think there's one very obvious thing they need. You can't have Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell, and Davis Bertans being your big men. You can have them on the court with a big man as shooters or, Powell off the bench, but it's so obvious Luka needs someone as a paint threat. They need someone who can also defend the rim, is a lob threat for Luka, can get their own shot in the paint because right now it's just not working. Seeing Maxi Kleber down there trying to guard, even trying to guard Wiggins, he can't guard Wiggins. Like it's tough to watch these guys try to play like that. So I mean, and Dwight Powell, I mean, he's an okay player, but as your starting center and you're trying to be a contender, it's just not going to work. Some of the switches, he was leaving Steph wide open so many times this series. It's just so bad. But yeah, I think Rudy Gobert's a little upset if they have the assets that the Jazz want. I think that's a match made in heaven, him and Luka. I think that's beautiful. But if not him, just a defending big lob threat. Got to pay Brunson too.
I heard the Suns have some big guy talk.
DeAndre Ayton. I mean, he's going to be because they declined his option, so yeah, it'll be a sign and trade.
Josh, there's nothing there anymore. Stop doing that.
I know. I just like feeling it. It's like what is it, Scruff or what?
Oh yeah, it? Oh yeah, that is the name.
It's nice to feel.
I don't know. They need. Listen, I'll tell you what. They need a second star, obviously. And maybe not even star. Maybe just very good player. But they obviously need somebody because here's what I also don't want to do. I don't want to put because people are already putting like Luka in the Harden conversation. Like, oh, see, he's being used this much, and he doesn't want to pass or do this and that, and like this is what happens. Like, can we get him somebody else worth something, and then like if he doesn't pass or something like that, then we can put him in that conversation. Like, can we calm down for right now?
But I also hope that because they're in kind of a similar spot as Houston, but the Rockets kind of did it to themselves, bringing in ball dominant guards to go with a ball dominant guard. Like the Mavericks kind of have that problem now with Dinwiddie and Jalen Brunson. They're guys that need the ball in their hand to get a shot. So the Heat
don't need a second guy, but they have Jimmy Butler and
Bam is a second guy. Bam is a second guy for sure.
Exactly. Like, and even if you don't want to consider him a guy,
just that's the depth on that team. The depth on that team and what Spoelstra does with players like undrafted free agents, Like what he's done with Duncan Robinson obviously hasn't played in this playoffs, and I hate how people are hating on him. Like none of these series really fit. He doesn't have a place in any of these series right now with how the injuries have stacked up for the Heat. He just doesn't have a place right now because they need defenders out there. But I mean, what he's done with Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, he can do that with a lot of other guys too, and he has. So they don't really need a guy when you have a coach. Eric Spoelstra is the guy on that team, and then it's Jimmy.
See, when they released that list of like the top coaches in NBA history, I'm pretty sure he wasn't on it.
Which is bullshit. He's so good.
And I think they put Kerr on it. And I'm sorry. I'm
Kerr
good.
kind of got in a blessed. He was in a blessed situation.
I will stand by this. That Phil Jackson, great coach. Kerr, probably a very good coach. Whatever. I'm telling you right now, I could have won with those teams. I could have done it.
No, I think Phil Jackson
maybe
does
not
not
the Bulls teams, just because Dennis Rodman was a crackhead.
Yeah.
But like I'm telling you right now, if you gave me Draymond, Steph, Clay, and KD, I could have won that title.
Yeah, no, that when you have a team like that, but it's also tough to balance egos and talent. That's not. I mean, it's definitely easier than figuring out a team with 1 star and 4 okay guys on the court. It's definitely easier having, 4 all-stars and then DeMarcus Cousins, who's still a very good player as a 5th option. But I don't know. He's in a weird spot. He's definitely done well in his job, but you can't really give him credit for the things he didn't do. He hasn't really done a lot with that franchise.
Listen, how were they when Curry got hurt? I'm just saying.
He's probably had the best basketball career of all time, though. Being on the Bulls and the Spurs for your playing career, and then your first head coaching job is Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. I mean,
how many rings he got?
That. He got. I don't know if he was there for all of the Bulls rings.
No, I don't think he was. I think he was there for one of the 3-peat.
So probably the second 3-peat. I think he got one with San Antonio. He's got 3. So he's probably got 7 or 8.
Let's take a look. He is a 5-time NBA champion as a player.
Oh, so he was there for 5 of them.
And then as a coach is a 3-time champion. This man got 8 rings.
8 rings. Love to see it.
Like, that's crazy. 8 rings is kind of crazy.
Is there any other coaches or GMs that are like that too? I can't think of it.
I mean, Phil Jackson won a ring as a player.
Yeah, and then he had all those rings with the Bulls and Shaq and Kobe too. I don't know. Some guys just luck out on that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, Popovich is obviously one of those coaches that's like just everything he's done with that organization, turning players into stars. Spoelstra is on that same level. But I think a lot of people look at it like if he didn't have those years with LeBron and Bosh and D Wade, he wouldn't be that good. It's like, look what the team has always been in the playoffs. They don't
see. That's my point. Like I would say that if he never did anything else, but the fact that he's now good again changes it for me.
Yeah, no, he definitely belongs in that around that category. Obviously, Phil Jackson, Pop got the accolades, but
like I want to see what happens to the Warriors when Curry is gone. That's when I'll know if Steve.
It's going to be a long time before we see those days. Because when he's old and Clay's old and Draymond's old, they got Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and maybe James Wiseman. I mean, they are the lucky. It'd be so nice to be a Warriors fan for the past, like I don't know, 7 years, and just looking at the future. They had one bad year and got 3 future stars in the league. Like, that's just
Patriots of the NBA or what?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Crazy.
All right, Josh, you want to? Oh, no, we got to rank Steph, Clay, and Draymond best all time.
Yeah, I think the teams because they have to be in that all-time category in terms of a stretch of run with having these players. Because I think honestly they're going to the finals. I think the Heat and Celtics are both too banged up to really hang with them this series. Obviously, the Warriors are battling a couple of their own injuries, but this is me assuming they get a ring. They get their 4th ring as a collective, and they have the 2 other finals appearances too. So I think the teams that are ahead of them, obviously Jordan's Bulls,
Yeah.
6 rings. I think they're obviously up there. I'd put Shaq and Kobe's Lakers ahead of them. I think they're right there with them, but I put them ahead of them. The Duncan era Spurs, it's tough because they don't have as many rings. Well, they have 3 rings, and they were around. If we're going from Duncan era,
That's
it's
20
in the
years.
90s, 90s through to 2010. So, but then I think the Lakers could be right there after. Well, no, Showtime Lakers too. I forgot about them. Showtime Lakers for sure above them too. They got 5 rings, so I think they have to be up there. But you talk about the Bird, Larry Bird Celtics, and that dynasty they kind of had. I think the Warriors arguably are up there. So I think they're arguably a top 5, team of all time when you just look at what those guys have done.
I mean, yeah, as a trio, there's not really denying how good they are. You have the greatest shooter of all time. You have
Top 5 shooter of all time.
I was going to say 4.
Yeah, I think because Ray and Reggie, I'd probably put ahead of them.
But then
I think Clay's there.
I saw somebody post a picture and they had them and then Damian Lillard.
Dame's up there.
I know, but I feel like same conversation's kind of crazy.
I think the top 3, and then there's a gap, and then Clay's there, then another gap. With
Did you see, speaking of Bills, Russell, Celtics, what JJ Redick said and then what Bob Cousy said?
Yeah.
This man, Bob Cousy, came back and was like, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Oscar Robertson. We had some of the greatest plumbers of all time.
3 of them over a 20-year span.
That was an A1 comeback.
I mean, I just don't think there's really any denying that, back in the days of Bob Cousy's and Dolph Schultz, who are top 75 players all time, it's obvious the skill discrepancy is different, but I get why people are coming at JJ for just.
See, I hate when we do this though, only because, bro, they were playing against the best people that they ever played. That was around during their era. Because, guess what? In 100 years or 50 years, if sports is still that relevant, ever people at that time are going to look back and be like, LeBron was nothing, bro.
It's going to be 5 Giannis's who shoot 40%.
Yeah, literally. There's going to be 3 Giannis's that shoot 80% from 3, and then everybody's going to be like, you guys liked Curry because he shot 38%.
Yeah, Curry's going to be dropping down that all-time shoot list, and it's going to be wow, that's crazy. Bill Russell Celtics definitely. I forgot about the 11 rings. They got to be up there. Yeah. I mean, those are the only really dynasties I could really think of. I didn't put the Heat, obviously, because they lost 2 of their finals like that, and it was only 4 years. So I couldn't really put them on there. So I don't know. There are some other teams that are probably around there, but I think in terms of who's above the Warriors stretch run they've had, can't find too many teams out there that belong there.
Well, we move on into our little break, huh? Our little it's basically our pop culture break of the show. Josh, you want to start with your movie rankings, or you want to go into the She-Hulk trailer?
Well, I can quickly go through the movie rankings because we're already about an hour in. We still got 2 whole team schedules of the upcoming season to get through.
Now let me pull up my schedule. Let me pull up my
rankings. Our top 2, I think, are the same.
Okay.
Endgame, Infinity War.
I have Infinity War first, but that's fine.
See, I rewatched a lot of these while I was making the list too. So there's some controversial.
See, I did not. This is all from Top of the Dome.
Really? I've seen all these movies multiple times already, so I know which one is which. But yeah, number 1, Endgame.
Okay.
I don't know. I rewatched them both, like I said, and just the final battles. The on your left, and then every sequence after that.
I think Thor's entrance just gets me, bro.
Definitely did. Oh. Yeah, no, Thor and Infinity War was amazing. Number 3, I'm putting No Way Home.
I have the same top 3 so far.
Okay. Number 4, I think we might have the same 4, Thor Ragnarok.
I put Civil War.
See, Civil War's 5 for me.
All right, I have Ragnarok 5.
So right now we just switched those.
Okay.
Multiverse of Madness. Wow. I am a big fan. I know most people like I'm big, not like I'm big in the Marvel community, but I see a lot of it. People aren't exactly fans of cameos, but I am a big fan of cameos. Plus, much like you, big Wanda fan, and
Big
just
Wonder
seeing
fan.
her dominate everybody she came across was my favorite. So I'm putting that there. Then Black Panther. I think that movie just so good all around. Great acting from all the characters in that movie too. Then I'm going Age of Ultron. I'm a big fan of
Wow.
that movie too. Big fan of Ultron. Love that. And the scene where they all try to lift Thor's hammer and Cap kind of gets it up. I mean, that's
Just
the
knowing
best.
what happens now. Oh,
Yeah, like just the best seeing that. Uh, and then when Vision picks up the hammer and hands it to Thor too,
nah,
like
literally. Yep.
the best. Plus, that's the first time you see Vision. So I put
True.
in Age of Ultron there. Movie you're not a fan of, Guardians of the Galaxy, the
Terrible.
first one. Uh, Original Iron Man,
Okay.
going with the original. Winter Soldier. I know a lot of people probably have Winter Soldier higher. I don't know. It took too long for me for Cap to find out that's Bucky. Just took way too long for me to in that movie. I thought they could have got to it quicker. Original Avengers, obviously, just the OG. Uh, First Captain America, Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi, very good movie too. As an
Very good.
origin movie, like one of the best. Uh, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I think the reason I have one above two, uh, I thought the introduction of the characters and some of their scenes together were just much better in the first one. Uh, then this might be where it gets a little controversial because this is one of the movies I rewatched and it wound up going up pretty high in my rankings. Iron Man 2. Iron
What?
Man 2. I'm a big fan of Iron Man 2.
I had that as the last on my list.
Yeah, see, I really liked it. I forgot how good, like not the villain, the electric guy. He's okay. He's not that good.
Terrible.
But the other villain, Justin Hammer, I thought he did really well too.
Why do
The
I
guy
not
that
know who that is?
he's the one that like he's the tech guy too. Not really a tech guy. He like works for the military or whatever, and he gets the guy to build all the suits to attack Iron Man. I can't remember who plays him.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was good in it, and the last fight scene in that movie is actually very good. I never realized how good it was, but
Which one is that?
it's when like all basically the Iron Man suits, like
That's
bootleg
number
Iron Man
two?
suits. Yeah, that's it. No, you're thinking of the one where all of Tony's suits.
Yes.
This
Okay.
is the one where it's a bunch of like Navy suits and like Army suits. There's different types of downgraded Iron Man
I
suits,
gotta
and
go back and watch it.
I loved it. I don't know why it just stuck out to me that time. Uh, and then I'm going Far From Home. I like that movie too. This is where it kind of gets a little bit choppy. Then I'm going Eternals, and then a movie that was higher, but I took it down. Just I rewatched it. Did not enjoy it as much as I did before. Doctor Strange, the original, and then
Okay.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like that movie a lot. I like that one a lot. And then Spider-Man: Homecoming, Iron Man 3, Captain Marvel, Thor, Ant-Man, Thor 2.
You have Ant-Man that low, huh?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the first one because for Ant-Man, for me, it was more about the comedy, and then the second one was way better. I just liked it more.
So what were your bottom five?
Iron Man 3, Captain Marvel, Thor, Ant-Man, Thor 2.
So you didn't ever watch Black Widow?
Oh, Black Widow it's probably down there with Ant-Man, Thor,
My
and Dark
bottom
World.
five, starting from last, is Iron Man 2, Dark World, Thor, Black Widow, Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I think Black Widow would probably go below Ant-Man, so second to last.
Interesting. Like I said, I haven't seen all the Marvel movies, but there was one on last night in our hotel, and I was excited because Aaron Taylor Johnson was there. I don't even
Who's
know who
that?
that is. I have no idea.
Aaron Taylor Johnson?
I'm not good with names. Let me look it up. Aaron Taylor Johnson. A movie. Who is this?
What she look like?
That's a dude.
What he look like?
I'm trying to see. Oh, he was in Age of Ultron. I don't know as what, but that's
He
what
might be. I'm looking him up. He might be Wanda's brother.
No. Definitely not.
Yeah, that's Wanda's brother.
That is?
Yeah, he plays the speed guy.
Nah, bro. That don't look nothing like him.
Well, he had different hair, but it's not the same guy from WandaVision.
Well, no, that I know.
Okay, then yeah, this guy played Wanda's brother, Aaron Taylor
Nah,
Johnson.
that looks nothing like him.
He played Wanda's brother.
I know. I can see it now because there's a picture of
How
him.
do you not? Why do you not? You did your first look at him on Google. You don't think
Yeah.
that was him? Okay.
Wait, bro, you're telling me his. Hold on. I'm gonna show you what picture I saw when it first popped up. You're gonna sit here and tell me this looks like him? Hold on.
Well, I'm a faces guy, not much of hair and all that. No.
Let me show you the picture that popped up when I looked him up, bro.
Okay, no, that's not the first picture that popped up for me.
Okay, thank you. When I saw that, I said, "Bro, there ain't no way." So,
the glasses would have thrown me off. So.
Threw me for a loop. Anyway, She-Hulk trailer out, by the way. Everybody's mad about it, Josh. Everybody's
and
mad
that's
about
annoying, dude. What do they expect from these overworked VFX workers that have to pump out 6 episodes every 2 months?
Everybody's mad about the CGI.
It's stupid.
I'm happy that I'm very easy to please.
Same. I can't imagine hating everything that I'm supposed to enjoy. Like just nitpicking.
Like, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I watched the Halo series, right? And the season finale was last week. Very good, by the way.
I might have to give another shot. I don't know.
The last 3 episodes, things really heated up. Really,
I stopped around episode 4, I think 4 or 5.
Things definitely started to get interesting. But like I was saying, the last episode, I'm not gonna lie, terrible CGI, awful. Still enjoyed it because it was kind of fire.
Yeah, no.
And I know some people are probably like, I will never watch this show again because the CGI was bad. And I'm like, listen, things happen. Like I said, I'll admit, not very good CGI.
No, I mean they definitely could have done better, but I mean we're getting a Hulk back and Abomination.
Facts.
Wong's gonna be in it. What isn't Wong in?
Is he really?
Yeah, that's what they said, that he's gonna have an appearance.
Interesting development. I did not even know that.
Because I think in Shang-Chi, when him and Abomination go through that portal, after they fight, that's the same cage that he's in the trailer. The portal, you see a cage. When they go to that ring, when Shang-Chi gets the letter and he goes to China or somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And then they fight and go through the portal together. That's the same cage he's in the trailer.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Is this the Panthers 2022?
We are going to win so many games this year.
So many games, huh?
All the games. We win.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to get a good picture of it.
I got all the games. I got them all.
No, but I want a visual for the people out here. Like a visual. 2022 regular season schedule. Let's zoom in once again. It gets a little grainy as you zoom, but we'll be all right. Let's share screen again. And we're going to go into Josh predicting the Panthers going 16-0. Or 17-0 now.
Something like that.
Oh, 18-0 now, right? After seeing the way some people at my school can work with CGI, no cap, and VR on a budget, I have become very judgmental. See, I saw people work with CGI and things and mocap and stuff in my school too, and it was awful.
Yeah,
literally. Then again, it was community college the first time I ever saw somebody do anything, so it was just god awful. So from then on, I just haven't really cared. You know what I mean?
I just think people got to realize if they had more time, it would look amazing, but they don't have more time
because of COVID. Everything got messed up. Josh, this is the right schedule, correct?
It is.
All right, let's go through it. Let's go through it together. Because listen, people. We're going to play the ever-famous, never boring, win-loss, win-loss, loss-loss win game with the Panthers and the Patriots, of course. Yeah, so we started off, Josh, week 1 versus the Brownies. Oh, wait, hold on. Fun fact, my sister's college roommate and friend is Florence Pugh's stunt double for her in Black Widow.
What?
Nah, that's crazy. Because
awesome.
Listen, Lily, you remember how you said, what's his name? Aaron Taylor Johnson is so fine. I love him. Lawrence Pugh, bro. Or Florence Pugh, I should say, not Lawrence, bro. Words don't describe my feelings for her. Don't even describe them.
The best thing about that movie, is just Florence Pugh and Scarlett Johansson.
Best thing about Hawkeye was her too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was great in that.
She's a stunner and apparently very nice. Stunner ain't that's a stone cold stunner right there.
Mm.
That's a stone cold stunner to Vince McMahon and The Rock.
And Pat.
And Pat. Shout out Pat, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, what a woman. Anyway, let's continue with the schedule. Josh, how about I have you introduce all the games? Actually, you're the Panther fan here. Why am I doing it?
Yeah, so the Browns, are we assuming Watson's suspended?
Yeah, I don't think Watson's there game one. No.
Now,
shot.
is there a possibility this is Baker Mayfield?
No, Baker ain't playing.
So Jacoby Brissett is the starting quarterback.
True.
Win. I think we win that. So we'll start off the season with a nice win.
I could agree with. Are you writing these down?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give him a win too. Why not?
The Giants, I think we win too. I think Sam Darnold does exactly what he did last year. He gets us all going early. And he's like, well, Sam might actually be good. He has 2 games where you win week 1 and 2, and he doesn't look terrible. I think it starts exactly like that.
Wow, Lily just sent me an IG post from Florence Pugh of the girl she was talking about. Nah, yeah, they really together on the set. Doing some ninja stuff. Nah, that's
crazy. Be a stunt double.
See, but then you actually have to do the stunts, and
right.
I don't know if I'm with all that. I would give them a win against the Giants. Danny Pennies, bro. Come on, what are we talking about?
Yeah. Here's where things take a turn for the worst.
Oh, it's just bad from here on, Josh.
The Saints, we lose. I don't think we beat them.
That's a loss.
We do. Arizona, no D-Hop. We lose.
Still going loss.
We lose. 49ers, who's the quarterback? Doesn't matter. We lose.
You're not wrong. I also agree.
We lose. Defending champs, major upset? Not likely. We lose. We lose.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay? You already know.
More like Stompa Bay.
Atlanta Falcons. We lose.
You think?
I think we split the series, and I think we lose the first meeting because we're on such a losing streak already. I think the team is demoralized.
You know what, Josh? I think you're gonna sweep it.
Really?
Okay. I hate Marcus Mariota.
I think it's Desmond Ridder at that point.
What week is that? Week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
or something. Yeah. I think Ridder's in. I think Ridder's in by 6. I don't think they give Mariota too long. But I appreciate you giving us a win there. And then we go on to defending AFC Conference champions. We lose.
Now,
then we go to the Falcons.
I'm a little confused here. Are the blue games home?
Yes.
Okay. Never mind. Because I just noticed that all games say versus, and usually versus means like at, and then like or like against, I should say, and then like at means you're at the other. Okay. All right.
That's why I have us taking the second game against Atlanta, because at least we're at home. I think we need a win. I think the Panthers fans rally. I think Matt Corral's behind center at this point. And I think we get a win there.
I agree.
Then, because, unfortunately this season we drew the AFC North and the NFC West. Not exactly the best luck there.
No, definitely not.
It's definitely a tough scene. So the Ravens, Lamar's going to cook us.
Yeah, that's a big fat L.
Yeah. Broncos, if this was last year, I might give it a dub. But, they got Danger Russ now. So
yeah, that's a fat L.
Yeah, another L. But, if this was last year against the Seahawks, it's an L. This year, I think it's still an L.
Me too, because I still think the 12th man going to show up.
And I think, either Baker or Jimmy is in Seattle at that point.
You think? Ooh, okay.
I think they're going to pick up one of them.
All right.
Pittsburgh, probably Kenny Pickett starting at this point. Or Mitch. But either way, they're going to catch a dub. Not us, them.
Oh, okay, I was about to say. I think that's another loss for you boys.
Detroit. Now this is also an L.
Nah, come on.
No, they're way better than us right now.
No.
Quarterback wise, yes, and that's all you need
Yeah,
because
but
they got
Jared
okay
Goff is
quarterbacks.
like the middest of the mid. You know that he
We
can have a
have
bad
literally
game.
the bottom of the barrel. Like Sam Darnold probably ranks 35th in Gordon. Like he doesn't even he's a starter and he's got backups ahead of him. He's not good.
What the hell just happened?
What'd you do?
I didn't do nothing. I've been on the same page the entire. Oh, look, a tornado warning for the Carolinas. Maybe that's why I did that.
Hmm.
I'm going to Carolinas like in like a couple weeks.
Well, our last 2 weeks are L's. Bucks
Hold on, I
at the
got the schedule
Bucks,
back.
at the Bucks, at the Saints.
Yeah,
L's.
those are fat L's, by the way. Not gonna lie.
L's. So, Connie, you actually have us having a better record because I have us going 1, 2, 3, and what would that be? 3 and 14. I was going 3 and 14. You have us going 5 and 13, 5 and 12. Either way, we're between 3 and 5 wins, and I hope that's good enough for a top 3 pick. I hope, man. Get us Bryce Young, get us CJ Stroud, please. Unless Matt Corral pops off, then I'm okay with this record. Then we can get another piece high in the drafts. I believe in Matt Corral. I also believe in Sam Darnold. Believe in all my guys, but we suck.
Vic, shout out.
What
Tony
up, Vic?
Soprano, Conover, and Josh Allen, the real one, not the QB. Love the nicknames every week, by the way. Tony Soprano might be my favorite one, though.
Tony Soprano.
Especially because I made a Sopranos reference earlier in the show that you definitely weren't here for.
It's actually crazy because I was as good as Josh Allen when I played.
Shut up.
You should have seen me, dude. I was trucking.
No,
guys.
it's crazy because I actually am Tony Soprano, You don't
Yeah,
know what
I
I
doubt
do.
it.
You don't know
See,
what
the
I do
difference
off-
is I believe you. You don't believe me. That's the difference.
You don't know what I do off these shows.
And the only reason I believe you is because you talk about your Nona, and I just, I'm just like, hey,
No, listen, you don't mess with Nan.
yeah, see,
I got the Italian horn right here, protecting me from the evil eye.
so it's just kind of hard to be like no when there's so many things on your side.
All I'm saying is my Nan and my grandpa used to go out and play cards all the time. Yeah, I. I'm just saying. I might be up to something. FBI, if you're watching, definitely joking. Calm down. You got the wrong one if you think that I'm running a ring or something. All right, but Josh, let's look at a real team here.
Is that what we're calling it? Because you guys didn't exactly. Well, you did get a nice draw, I guess. You got the NFC and AFC North.
I'm trying to think if this is actually the right schedule.
Who are the first games against?
Oh, no, it is. Okay. Oh, I think this is the same thing I used for the hard count. I just went to the Patriots Twitter.
Listen, Vic, I fell for this last year, but when you don't have a quarterback, it's kind of very tough to do anything. It's just look at what it did for the Broncos. Broncos went from no chance at anything, got a quarterback. Now they are a contender. That's what happens. You don't got a quarterback, you suck. You do. Congrats.
All right, let's look at the Patriots schedule here. All right, why don't we do that? Josh, I actually. Oh wait, I forgot that I wrote it down on this envelope.
Hey.
Of what when me and CJ did this on not Gen Z, but this is Gen Z on the hard count. Me and CJ did this, so I'm going to follow this to make sure that I have the exact same record. Actually, I might not have the same record because CJ bullied me into thinking that we're going to win more than what I originally had when I first saw the schedule come out. So
CJ
I'm going to do it off the top of the dome. I'm going to do it off the top of the dome.
CJ gave y'all 12 wins.
CJ gave us 10.
10? Okay.
So you're recording this still, right, Josh?
I am.
Okay. We started off at Miami. That's an L.
I agree. I believe that's an L too.
I understand though. A lot of Patriot fans having a W. New coach. Bill feeds off of new coaches and things like that. So could be a win, but I think
Miami's Miami's gonna have a hot start. Like that's how I just think they're gonna be.
Well, you see, here's the thing. I have just such PTSD of the Patriots playing in Miami because they always live in Miami.
Kenny and Drake.
I mean, we had the miracle.
And who's calling plays for you guys?
Apparently Joe Judge, which makes me even less confident.
And if he sucks, then it's Matt Patricia. So Not
I
exactly.
mean, Matt Patricia. Actually, no, he was a defensive coordinator, not the offensive
Yeah.
coordinator. What am
I
I
don't know
talking
how he
about?
is at
Me being
offense.
stupid. Look at me, idiot. But yeah, I'm not exactly too happy. Patriots then travel to Pittsburgh.
I'm going with the win.
I think it's a win too. I hate Mitch Trubisky. Think he's terrible. I'm a little concerned though because that Steeler defense is nice.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know if we even have a corner.
Yeah, that's tough.
The wide receivers, still not the greatest thing. So I don't know, but I'm still gonna give us a win there. Still gonna give us a win. Versus the Ravens, not a chance.
Nope.
0% chance in winning.
Yeah, Lamar's cooking, y'all.
Then we go to Green Bay. Yeah, not a chance.
Really?
Are you kidding me?
I mean, I think it's an L2, but I think there's a chance there.
No.
We don't know what Green Bay is going to look like, man. We do not know.
No, don't get me wrong. I think Green Bay takes a step back this season, but they ain't taking a step back far enough to lose to the Patriots.
You don't believe in Mac?
Why'd you say Green Bay all weird? Like, what are you talking about? I said it was normal.
Green Bay?
Go over to Green Bay.
Green
Taking it now. Now, listen, we lose to the Lions, we got bigger problems. So I'm giving us a win against the Lions.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Now we go to Cleveland. This is week 6. I'm still not sure if Watson's back.
So what do you think the suspension is going to be? Like
I think
6 to
they
8?
give him a 10-game suspension. He goes to he appeals it, and then they get it down to like 6.
Okay.
Because I think the NFL is going to actually, I don't think you can really overreact to what he's been accused of. So I think that they're going to react harshly and then get it, and then like an independent arbitrator will move it down, because then the NFL can save face and be like, listen, we tried suspending him for a long time. They didn't let us do it. We really wanted to. So that's what I
don't think it's crazy. It's a crazy scenario that Baker is a starter for half this year.
I think it's a crazy scenario.
It benefits both teams if Watson's suspended. It benefits Cleveland and it benefits Baker to put more film out there. If he comes out hot, then a team's going to win.
Listen, I don't disagree with you. I just have no chance that I think Baker plays. 0 chance.
I give it a 22% chance.
Okay, interesting number. Willie said, I don't want to see that motherfucker play. I mean, I don't blame you. I feel bad. My friend's dad coaches for the Browns, and I know she was really upset about that move. Yeah, it's a tough thing. Like,
football's a bad business, man.
No, it is. Football is definitely the sport that you can get away with the most stuff in.
Oh yeah, literal murder.
Shout out Ray Lewis. I still think I'm going to give us an L at the Browns, though. We're like,
I'm going to give you guys a win.
You think? I appreciate it.
I do, because this is probably, if we're assuming 10 weeks down to 6, this would be the last week of the suspension.
See, here's my thing.
Unless Jacoby has, like, a quote-unquote revenge game, but that's with, like, 4 teams. So.
But you see, my thing is, we're not the best team against the run.
That is true.
And Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, crazy. About to go crazy.
I think Ramondre Stevenson comes out of that game with the most yards from rushing.
Oh, bold. Then we go to Chicago. Listen, come on. We got to beat Chicago. Have to. Actually, no, Chicago comes to us. Chicago comes to us.
I'm giving an L.
Really?
I think Fields finds his groove right around then.
Yeah, you're smoking moon rocks.
No, I just really need him for my fantasy team, so gotta have the good juju out there.
No, we gotta beat Chicago. Then we're going to the Jets. Come on. We're not losing to the Jets. Then we go. Then Indy comes
I'm giving
up.
you an L.
Are you? Come on, Josh.
Big Zach Wilson guy. Big Zach Wilson. I think you dropped one of them.
I think that's a sweep like it is every year. Um, versus Indy, yeah, literally not a chance we win that game. We saw it last year. Not gonna happen. We go into the bye at week 10. With shout out, week 10, solid time to have the bye.
Yeah, that's
Um,
beautiful.
then we play the Jets at home, another victory.
Give you a win here.
You know, this might be a little twist here, Josh. But I'm giving us an L at Minnesota.
Really. I'm giving you a
Dalvin
win.
Cook, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen. I think that's a lot to handle.
I think Bill's going to do a Bill does and put Kirk Cousins' mind in a blender. Just have no clue what to do out there.
And it's at Minnesota, bro. Like, I don't know. Versus the Bills, we're losing. Easy.
Yeah.
At Arizona, I think that's an L.
Really, I'm going to give you guys a win.
Okay.
I think you guys are going to have a good game then. I just feel like that's when Patriots become, Bill kicks it in the next gear.
Then we go to Vegas. I'm giving us a win here because I think, listen, Bill knows McDaniel's the best out of anybody he'll ever face. Got to give him a win here.
I agree.
Then Cincinnati comes to play us, and we're going to lose by 40.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. Very tough.
Then we play Miami, but this time it's actually home. Usually late in the season, we travel to Miami, but we travel to Miami the first week of the season. So we get Miami at home in January. They're used to the heat. It's going to be real chilly here in January. I'm giving us a win.
I agree.
And then we go to Buffalo, and we're getting swept.
Nope. I think you guys steal the last game on the road to make the wild card.
You think? Well, how many wins you got?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I got to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have you at 9. You have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That can't be right. 7 wins. 7.
Actually, wow, really? That's exactly what I have. When I did it with CJ too.
Yeah, you got them at 7 wins. Really, you guys think it's a 7-10 year?
Bro, I think they're going to be bro. I don't even think I think they're going to be bad, but I also think that this schedule is just not.
So you think you're right around there with the Panthers, kind of?
Oh, absolutely no, bro. I didn't listen. I am a realistic person. I am a very realistic person.
I don't think football is realistic when it comes down to it, so it's tough for me to be realistic.
I don't live in the fantasy world. I'm telling you. I think it's going to be a struggle bus. I mean, bro, you got to play the Packers, the Ravens, Colts, Bills twice, the Bengals, Arizona.
Are you sold or not sold on Mac, or is the jury still out?
I guess the jury's still out, but in my heart of hearts, I am not sold.
The good thing is you drafted Bailey Zappi. So, he sucks. You got a guy coming.
Tom Brady 2.0 right now.
Tom Brady 2.0.
I will literally jump through the screen right now, throw hands.
I'm just telling you, go look at some of the highlights.
Yeah.
Western Kentucky product.
We should have just been whack for Trevor.
Yeah, that probably would have been the best move.
Tank for Trevor, bro. I'm telling you.
People think Trevor Lawrence stinks, though, which I think is crazy to say already.
Bro, Trevor Lawrence played for the Jags. Find me who's the best player in Jags history? MJD, bro?
Probably.
Like
David Garrard.
Like, what are we talking about?
Actually, it's probably Mercedes Lewis. Big dog.
So I'm not exactly listen, I'm giving the man more time. Giving the man more time. What can I say?
It'd be crazy to say Jalen Ramsey's like the most talented player in Jags history.
Not really.
That's crazy.
Like, honestly. The Jets are mugging Big Mac for this kid's meal money. Yo, Vic, what'd you have the Jets at? You said you had them in second place, I thought.
Hey, that's not crazy. That's not crazy. Zach Wilson's like
crazy.
that.
I think it's Bills, Dolphins, Pats, Jets.
I'll go Bills, Dolphins.
If you say Jets, Pats right now.
/Jets. Dolphins /Jets. I'm riding with Vic. Jets are second.
So you think the Pats are in last?
Yeah. No, actually, I have you guys making a wild card. So
I was about
probably
to say
probably Bills, Pats, Jets, Dolphins.
Dolphins last, huh?
Yeah, they wasted all that money on Tyreek for what? Tua's noodle arm. I'm kidding. I don't like the hate.
I'm
on
not a
Tua.
big Tua guy, so
That
honestly,
that division outside of Bills at 1 is probably very very tough to predict. Is Mac Jones going to get it done? Is Tua going to get it done? Is Zach Wilson legit? And Bills fans are just like Super Bowl, Super Bowl.
I do think the Bills could get to the Super Bowl. I think we get a Bills Bucks Super Bowl.
Is that what you predicted? Because we
It might
did way too early.
We did?
Predictions. We did 2 weeks ago.
I think
I had Chargers Rams Super Bowl.
What I have?
I think you had Bucks Bills.
Oh, sounds right. Damn, that'd be a tough game for me.
Yeah.
Rooting against Tommy, or do I root against the guy who
you would root for the Bucks?
No, I would.
Especially because it's like 3 weeks after they kick your ass last game of the season.
See, but I wasn't even mad at the Bills for beating the Patriots. I was just mad that we're that trash. Like, that's what I was mad at. I wasn't even mad that we lost to the Bills. I was like, yo, this is really the team that we built? Like, that's what we did.
Yeah, that was tough.
Stuff like that here sometimes. I guess I can't really complain that much, but
one thing we didn't talk about, and this isn't NFL, but what'd you think of Pat Bev? Like on First Take and all that.
I mean, in a way, I think you're trying too hard, bro.
I think he's a clown, an absolute clown.
Like, you're kind of trying too hard, my guy.
Just kind of crazy. Like, he wasn't saying anything. Like, he was talking shit on Chris Paul. Cool, no one cares because Chris Paul cooks you your entire career. Like, you can't, you're not allowed to speak on that. And then when they were talking about who do you want with the last shot, Steph or Luka right now. Like, obviously, all time, Steph. But we're talking about right now. Luka's the right answer. All Pat Bev and Stephen A. Smith, there was like 3-time champ, greatest shooter ever, blah, blah, blah. But like, Luka's the right answer right now. Like, you're crazy.
Now, what was the other thing he said that annoyed me? He's like, best defender on the planet. Bro, he didn't even make any of the all-defensive teams.
Danny Green was calling a traffic code, man. Like, they were lucky he can't guard anybody. Danny Green tells you can't guard anybody. You can't guard anybody. He's an okay defender, but he said he's putting himself. He said when I guard them, it feels like Giannis. No, it doesn't, bro.
No, yeah, he was like, my defensive rating is right next to Giannis. So that basically means when I'm guarding you, it's like Giannis is guarding you. I said, all right, bro.
Like, that is not the same.
Let's take a step back here, all right? You know?
That's crazy talk.
Let's take a little, you'll be all right, bro. But you're not that good. Anyway, Josh, it's been a wonderful show, if I say so myself. And unless you have anything else, I say we say good night to the people. Josh, I actually had to make, before we do that, I had to make a personal reel, like, for my final. So I did it on, like, all the podcasts and stuff. I used a couple of clips from our shows. A couple clips.
Hey,
I used the one where I was talking about when the Baker. I used a clip where I was talking about how the Browns should trade Odell because it doesn't work with Baker. And then I also obviously had to flex on everybody and use I used 3 clips from our show. That clip, when we interviewed Trey Wingo, and when we interviewed Don LaGreca.
I would have done all 3 Wingo. That interview was so good. It'd be tough.
We really made Wingo cry.
Yeah, that was unexpected. Shout out Trey Wingo.
Facts. Come back on the show, my guy. Always welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Still can't believe we interviewed Wingo, though.
And now that's fucking crazy.
Bro, for like an hour and a half, too.
I know. Oh, he was only supposed to be on there for...
Nah, literally. He was like, yeah, I got 15 minutes. And then it was like an hour later, and he was like, I was supposed to be on for 15 minutes. And I said, honestly, we kept talking, and I didn't say anything because I wasn't ruining it.
No, it's like, if you don't want to go,
he was like, nah, it's okay. The event I thought I had to go to was actually tomorrow, not today. I said, say less. What a time that was.
Oh yeah.
Because for a little bit, it looked like it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, for real.
He was supposed to come on, then he was on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the plans fell through on one show he was supposed to be on. And then even the show he was on, this man DMs me talking about, sorry. I said, bro, don't tell me he's about to cancel again. He goes, I'm stuck in traffic. I'll be there in like 5.
And he like because that was when we first got in the stream, and he said sorry. We sat there for like 3 to 5 minutes just on edge.
Literally, me and you were just sitting backstage, and he DM'd me sorry, and me and you were like, oh, brother.
No.
And then literally 5 minutes later, he texted me that it was just because he was in traffic and he'll be there soon. First thing I said to him when he got in there, I said, you almost went to jail. I said, manslaughter. You almost killed me. But
Good man.
Anyway, Josh, tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Jolin_4. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on the notifications while you're at it so you can tune in whenever we're live on Mondays. Tune in next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to use code Gen Z on Underdog. That'll be your first deposit.
Get you a little bit of whole milk. Go from that fat-free, that's
can't have a show without the milk reference.
No.
Just can't.
I almost put a milk reference into the reel, but then I didn't. As for me, you guys know what it is by now. Anthony Conover _ on Twitter for all my thoughts on everything going on in the sports world. Obviously, me and Josh do this every Monday, 7 Eastern, like he just said. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate all the comments. Vic, Lily, Perry, Christian, Clayton. Appreciate Michael. Appreciate everybody tuning in to the show. Always welcome. Always makes it more fun for us to have some people to talk to. Tuesdays, I do the hard count with me and my guy, CJ. Oh, wait, actually, I'm not even doing the hard count tomorrow. I forgot. I got a Renegades game tomorrow. But anyway, CJ will probably be doing it. So Tuesdays, we do the hard count, talk everything in the football world. So make sure you go and check that out. And then Thursdays, I do Backstop Banter with me and Michael, where we talk about everything in the baseball world. That is at 9 Eastern on Thursdays. All 3 of those shows, Generational Sports, The Hard Count, and Backstop Banter, are all available via podcast. You can go listen to them on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Pod. I mean, everywhere that you listen to a podcast, we are also there. So, with all that being said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, as always. And listen, until next time, you have a good one, all right?